Greetings and salutations. I wasn't going to record myself. I was like, I gotta get my hair cut, gotta get styled and all of that, da 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 da. And then I saw this interview and I posted it on my page of Missy Elliott. First of all, I did not know that she was an only child. Brought me back. And then to my own childhood, I'm saying. And then she was just talking about like the stuff. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, sis? Then she was talking about like what she went through and how she got into the music industry, how her songs, came about, her and Timbaland and everything like that. And anyways, it brought me back to when I was a child. I used to go in the bathroom and I used to talk in the mirror all the damn time. Like I was being interviewed because I always felt like I was to be interviewed. I just knew I was supposed to be interviewed. I just knew that's the fucking reason why I talk so much and got in so much trouble because, I had a lot to say. I felt like I had a lot to say. I felt like I needed to be heard. And, fast forwarding in my life, I look back and I stopped doing it. I stopped interviewing myself, talking in the mirror, being prepared for whatever because, can't nobody stop me. Can't nobody stop you. But I stopped myself. I got into this poetry and thought I was fucking good, And then I stopped practicing. I used to practice all of the fucking time. I used to write some shit. And I just, like, when I moved back into my mom's house, I threw away all of that poetry. Because I'm not that person anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that person anymore. And so, anyway, long story short, it brought to me, This Ain't Your Mama's Gospel. And I was trying to think about how it would be, who I wanted to be a part of it, and, different things like that. Who can I bring along with me? And I'm an only child. I didn't grow up with siblings. I didn't grow up with a brother and a sister or whatever. I didn't grow up like that. I had my cousins, my first cousins that were like sisters and brothers to me, but they encouraged me. Like my cousin, we call her Shanky, but, I'm not going to say her name. I'm just going to say Shanky. And Shanky, if you look at this, hopefully you will know that I love you to life. She was one of the only ones that she looked at my poetry because you used to in elementary, you used to have your spelling test, and when you enter in school and then you entering out, whatever. I used to write my poetry in that book. And she came over one time and she was like, "So what do you want to do?" And I was like, I don't, she was like, do you want to be a writer or something? Like, what do you want to do? And I was like, nah, this is just something that I'm doing. I really wish I had those books now that I could look back on it because that was me as a child. That was me describing my childhood in those books. So anyways, I don't know why I'm getting a little emotional about this shit. But it's because it's bringing me back to my childhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bringing me fucking back. And I was like, I'm not crazy. I don't know. Usually crazy people tell you they not crazy. And most people look at them and be like, the fuck you mean? It's crazy what you did. But what you did as a child, it was so right to you. Like, I had no problem standing in the mirror, interviewing myself, because I always thought that I was gonna be interviewed by somebody. I didn't understand that I could do this myself. I can speak to people myself. I can encourage people myself. So when I look back over my life, as a child, then I got into church. And I wanted to impress God. I wanted to impress my pastors. I wanted to impress the church in general. Then I was like, man, I believe God's speaking to me. I believe God is calling me to be a minister. Something like that. I just knew that. I just felt that way in my heart. I just felt that way. Long, click, click, click. I'm up to 2019 now. Let me bloop, 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 rewind. Let me go back from my childhood to like now. I got into the poetry and I felt good about it, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That totally wasn't me. But that was something that I did. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like some things when you growing up, you just that's something that I know how to do. Like I didn't realize that my me was because of my hey, how you doing? I didn't know that my me had to do with my parents. And everything that I am is pieces of them coming together. I didn't really realize that shit until now. Listening to Missy, and I was like, yeah, y'all know Missy. I mean, you just say Missy. You already know Missy, Misdemeanor, Elliott. You already know. I don't even have to go through all of that. And I'm just sitting back and I'm looking at the interview, and I was like, man, when did I stop looking in the mirror at myself? Because there was a time when I said, because I'm gay, I've been, again, gay all of my life. And going to the church, I found out being gay was wrong according to them, And they gave me this scripture and all of this stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like I was trying to fight my way to be me. I got with these females, and I drew from them all. I'm gonna be honest. I drew from them all. Good, bad, the ugly, all of that stuff, or indifferent. And I'm just sitting back and saying to myself, the fuck wrong with you? What the fuck wrong with you? You can be that same little girl. You can be that same little girl that you grew up in the mirror talking to. You can depend on you. Now that I'm in 2019, I don't believe in God. I have proof of why I shouldn't believe in God. I have every reason to not believe in God. And and it's funny to me, like me. It's funny to me because I was so into God. Y'all don't even understand. I was so into God, trying to do the right thing. And most people in my family was like, oh, she there. But they believed in the same God. And I believed in the same God that they taught me about. It crushed my soul to find out that God is not real, that Jesus is not real, that we don't have the answers. See, this is me now thinking out loud. And I'm sitting back like saying to myself, like with the knowledge that I have and growing knowledge, I'm going to forever be learning. I look at my life now. Man. I'm so much better now. Now that I'm going back in my head, because this ain't your mama's gospel. That's just a kickoff. I know the type of person I am. I know everything that I put in myself. I know everything that I drew upon. I know what it is now. I know what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny how you could just, the shit that you used to think and dream of when you were a child, that you were like, man, grown-ups only do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't wait to get grown so I can do this too. I look at it now, and I'm looking at it as steps. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, every step that I make is getting me closer to where I'm supposed to be and who I am supposed to be. Don't count yourself out. I counted myself out. I'm now looking at my life and reconstructing my life. You know what I mean? Like, every good, bad, painful, every situation in your life, you have to use that shit to benefit you. So I'm saying, like, I'm really saying to myself, you know, and I'm not even on some God shit. I'm not on some God shit. I just don't believe in a God. I don't, because I believe in myself. Like, everything that I've been doing or have done, it was all me, and it was just my imagination that was God. It was God that said this, that, and the other. But I didn't have a sky daddy. Y'all know what I mean? Like, I didn't have a sky daddy. You don't have a sky daddy. It's all in your mind. It's what people told you or what you read or something like that. But leaning on a sky daddy, leaning on a sky daddy exempts you from responsibility. So that's where I am now. I don't need a God to tell me what the fuck to do. Most intelligent people figure this shit out a long time. The young lady that I was quote unquote married to, really fucking smart. Shout out to all these Virgos. Shout out to these she was a Virgo. And but she was really smart. She questioned God, and me, I'm looking in the back like, what the fuck you mean? How you gonna question God? God is God. There is no, how you gonna have another God? How you not gonna believe in this God that we all believe in? And I'm not saying that she didn't believe in a God. I don't know what the fuck she believed in, to be honest. But I do know she questioned. She didn't just off the top just was like, okay, I believe in God and this is what they say do. My pastor said do this. And you know, all of this, blah, blah, blah. But I started believing in myself after looking at that Missy interview, because you need something. Sometimes it takes a little spark. It takes a little spark. You need a little spark. You know what I'm saying? To bring you back to the middle. I don't believe in blaming anything or anybody for my life. I take full responsibility for my life. I take full responsibility for the things that's to come. I don't think of a sky dad that's gonna quote unquote bless me with this, that, and the other. Everything that I have was supposed to be in me, and it is in me. It was just like during life, you know, you just follow I don't know, you follow like what's in front of you. I've been introduced to these things. Then when I went to college, I was kind of like that's crazy. How y'all don't believe in God? You know, I remember going to college, you know, I used to have scripture. I can't pledge any goddamn thing. They don't believe in a God. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I just took God all out of the equation for a small part of my life, college life. It's crazy. It's crazy because we don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves like we say we do. We don't. We don't believe in ourselves like we say we do, or how we think we do. We following a trail that was laid before us. We studying everybody else that's dead and all of these things. And I'm sitting back like, this is crazy. We believe in an imaginary God. We believe this. We believe in this imaginary God. And we stuck. We stuck. Only thing God gonna do is what you do. Because you are God. Y'all won't believe me when I say this shit. And I'm not trying to be all fanciful with it. I'm not trying to, pull y'all in. You can believe in a God or whatever. You can believe in yourself. You could take all the responsibility away from yourself and say, God do this and the devil did that. You know what I'm saying? Both of those are imaginary. You have no proof. You have no tangible proof. I didn't even come on here to say all of this though. I'm really thinking in the back of my head, this ain't your mama's gospel. This is the real reason why that came to me. I'm not saying God brought it to me or anything. The devil brought it to me. No, it came to me. I thought of these things. Hey, Poindexter, pat myself on the back. Because this is supposed to happen. I'm going to have it at the Golden Institute. Because he's a black man, for one. I believe in supporting black businesses. Not saying that, I can't fuck with white people or any other ethnicity. But I'm saying I want us to build us up. Man. I feel like I'm wasting time, though. I feel like I'm wasting time. I should have been done this. You know what I mean? Like, I should have been done this. This shit's supposed to been happen. But then I think about it and I say, no, it's happening now when it's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like, where I'm gonna go, the old me can't go. The old me, the old me cannot understand what the future has. And I'm knowing that I can make my own future. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I say that's crazy because, like, it was unbelievable to me. I was like, how can I do this? How can it be done? And who will listen to little old me? Who's gonna stop? Who's gonna stop and say, sister, you touched my heart? You know what I mean? Like, who's... I want us to believe in ourselves. But this ain't your mama's gospel is really referring to, like, the shit that I grew up with believing. My family is from the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had these country beliefs and everything. And that's all good. That's all good. My family, they have land. Land. Still to this fucking day. And what I found out, the Yancey has land too. I was like, my great grandfather, Johnny Yancey, there is a street named after him in, like, the country, like Fayette County. You know what I'm saying? He knew the whole Bible, every verse of the fucking Bible. It's 66 books of the Bible. He knew every fucking word of the fucking Bible. The Yancey family built a church out there in Fayette County, Rossville, Tennessee, Philadelphia Missionary Baptist Church. I think they changed the fucking name of it now. It's like Missionary Baptist, Kojic, and all. It's just a whole lot of other stuff. But, man, my life, the shit that I have seen in my life, and I'm for sure y'all, when y'all think about it, when y'all think about y'all past, like growing up and shit like that, I'm for sure that shit will mess y'all up with what y'all know now. I got plans. I have a cousin that is a fucking genius. I mean, he's an artist. He can play instruments and shit, just going up to the piano and shit. Don't doubt yourself, man. Don't doubt yourself. Pick up where you left off. Because now it's more refined for me. I hope y'all come out. I hope y'all come out. I hope y'all come out and celebrate. I hope y'all do. I hope y'all, man, the shit that I know now is fucking amazing. I always thought that I was dumb. I always thought that I couldn't do. And then I used to trick myself into believing that, yeah, you can do that because you interested in that now. No, you can do it. But I didn't study whatever it was, like poetry and shit like that. I didn't want to hear all that shit. Spoken word, I didn't want to hear all that shit. I didn't want to hear. Oh, that's my mom coming home. But you get what I'm saying? I'm finna get out because I'm finna talk to her. Y'all be peace.